Okay, I know I said my last video was my last video on the dashboard, but I've made a few more changes. Well, first of all, as I mentioned, I think in the previous video, I put in this web browser, so you can switch just between BlueDV, Peanut, and the web browser. And if you key up, it will switch on Peanut. It will automatically switch to Peanut or BlueDV if that's what you key up on. But concentrating on the browser for a minute, I've changed or added these buttons up here. Now, there's a series of buttons. Just do this one. Now, this one here is the one to do with the Peanut dashboard. There's 3 mouse clicks here, so left, centre and right click, and each one runs a macro which basically just switches to, let me put it on Peanut, it will switch. So if I click on my left mouse button, for instance, on that button here, okay, it went to the browser, it went to the dashboard page that I've bookmarked in the browser, and it switched to the English room, as you can see. Now, that was from Peanut. I'll do the next one within the browser. I'll center click this time, and it's gone to Tech Talk. And I'll go to BlueDV, and I'll right click this time, just so I've gone through the whole gambit of options. And it's gone to photo chat. So basically, it's a good quick way of switching between three, in this case, favourite channels. Okay, so that's that button. I've also taken the auto screen dimmer off and put a manual screen dimmer. So if I click on this button here, as you can see, it's dimmed the screen, and it'll stay that way. It'll remember it till you click again. When you load the dashboard in, it will stick. Right, so down at the bottom here, I'll skip the magnifier for a second and go to reload groupie. Well, first of all, to do that, I've got to actually close the groupie group, otherwise it will duplicate it. So let's close this down and close all the programs down in it. Right, so left click on there. And it's reloaded the group. So we're back to where we just were. Okay, so that's the reload groupie. The VU meters I've mentioned previously can get out a bit laggy on occasion, so there's a reload VU meter which just basically unloads it and reloads it. There you go, very quick. There's another new thing here is this VU meter light toggle. Again, it should remember, just like the screen dimmer function, it should remember the last settings. So at the moment it's enabled. I'll left click, and you can see it's I've taken the dimmer off of the VU meters, so I'll left click and put it back on again. So that all works in conjunction. Screen dimmer on, VU meters undimmed, and vice versa. There we go. Right, lastly, the screen magnifier. I've already showed the functionality of this before, but using the Windows screen magnifier. But basically what I've done is I put it onto a button here. Again, with the 3 click options: center click to enable it, left click to zoom in and out, sorry, left click to zoom in, right click to zoom out. Could be the other way around, you'll see in a minute. Okay, if I click on the center mouse button on there, we get the magnifier, and of course that will work. As you see, it follows the mouse, so we'll go back to the web browser. So that's enabled it. If we go back to screen magnifier icon and just or button and just right click here, I was wrong, I got it the wrong way around. Just right click to zoom in, and the left click to zoom out. But as I mentioned before, because it's the Windows screen magnifier, you can hold down Control Alt and scroll with the center scroll wheel to achieve the same thing. To turn it off, just go back to here and center click. And that's it, gone. So that's it. They're the new additions and changes to the interface. Hope you enjoyed watching. 7.3 G7BHH.